everybody, welcome to the Awkward Podcast, where we don't know what we're doing and we're recording a podcast.
I don't care about this job anymore! You're all fuckers! I quit!
Okay. Thanks for peeking the audio, buddy. I'm joined here today by Ryan.
Yo, what it do, everybody?
And Ben, who apparently just quit. And our new...
I forgot this in my house.
Yeah.
Get back in here.
There's no one here else here. Just
Get back in here, bro.
Get in here, we have to report
Alright,
on the
so-
podcast.
No more fucking around. No more bitching.
As your boss, I am demanding that you sit here, otherwise you're not getting paid. Speaking of, this is my other co-host, Ben. Hi. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good.
Good. And today, we're joined by special guest Amber.
You know, you said it was going to be awkward, and you did deliver.
Well, this is it.
I did tell you we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Exactly. So, Ryan has a very special topic for us today.
Alright, so, I'm not gonna lie, we're straight up ripping off Emirichu here. Shout out, by the way, I love you.
We're 18 subscribers deep.
She's an animator on YouTube. What she did for a couple of her videos was she talked with some of her friends about the crushes they had on television personalities and what have you when they were younger. And this can be like cartoon characters, anime characters that you may have watched when you were a kid. Video games too. What we're doing for this one is we're kind of just going over pretty much every crush we've ever had, not literally. That would take way too long. We're just we're gonna start like from our childhood, and if that like developed into anything into adulthood, or like because we like this one character from one thing, we end up liking this other character from one thing years later. Stuff like that.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, how far are we going, though? Like, what's the age range?
I made a list up until I was 12. I'm pretty sure. Yep.
It's 12 lit.
I forgot to make my list.
Hey, you don't leave
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's script on each other. Yeah, let's do it.
No, I was just doing that because I was thinking about it today, and I needed to put it down into something.
Well, I mean, I don't think we would have to put an age range on it, and Mirichu and her friends kind of veered off from the childhood crushes a little bit, and that's fine. It can just be, honestly, it's just any crush you've ever had on a fictional persona at any point in your life.
At any point.
And to clarify, Ben, at any point in your life. Don't make this complicated like last time.
Yeah.
Wow, call me out like that. Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, we
calling
have
out
to play
that.
around like that.
Alright, no, I'm fine. I see how it is.
You made it so hard last time.
You know what? Just to spite you, you're going first.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I don't have any waifus.
Okay, fine.
It doesn't have to be a waifu. It can just...
I'm not a weeb like you guys.
You wanna go first?
I am my own
Alright,
waifu.
fine. Since I'm the one who suggested this topic for the group, I will bite the bullet and go first. Why don't we start with Pokemon crushes?
Ooh, that's easy for me.
Alright, I did... Well, let's just do an easy one off the bat. Who here is Team Nurse Joy?
Well, I mean, obviously. I raised my hand for people that don't know.
Mm-mm.
No?
I was an
Okay,
Officer
so-
Jenny girl.
I'm
So
both.
that...
I like both.
That is smart.
I mean,
like that.
it is also valid to like both, but I'm with Amber. I'm Team Officer Jenny.
That's okay.
Okay, favorite trainer, female trainer. Entire series.
May.
Dawn.
And Dawn.
Okay, alright.
Okay, see, this is the fucking hardest one for me because I don't know her name. She looks pretty much exactly like May and Misty, the red baseball cap and the red motif and everything, but she just has like insanely long hair. It's like really long and fluffy.
I was
Do you
gonna
know
say,
what
did she have like
season?
blonde
I-
hair or like a
No.
light brown?
Yeah, it was light brown like May and Misty. I
Oh.
want to say that she was from Battle Frontier.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
her
realize
name,
that's
but
I realize
know who
that's
you're
like
talking
really
about.
fucking old now.
Right. Alright, what about you?
I was gonna say she wasn't really a crush because honestly, I think I was procrastinating
Jesus
on my
Christ, that is a
sexuality
long
for a long
list.
time.
So
Just look up female trainers. Maybe that'll narrow it down.
So I would probably have to say, what was her name? She had the Togepi. What was her name? Misty?
I think this was almost Togepi.
Yellow shirt and stuff, overalls.
Yes, and she had like orange
Yeah,
hair.
that was
was
a
best
mistake.
That was best day, yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of for a little bit had a crush on the Pokemon Lucario.
Oh,
Hey man, that's a solid choice.
Okay, yeah,
Mario's
that's.
fucking bro.
I think that's all right because I watched the Lucario movie where he talked.
Yeah.
I think that's fair when you're a
He
kid.
was a fucking Chad.
But also, since you brought it up, yeah, Lola Bunny.
Yes. Of course. all the
So I
way.
guess it was
So I'm the weird one to have a crush on Pokemon.
No.
Okay.
Okay, ironically enough, though, if you said Gardevoir, I was like,
I mean, like, I like it and all, but that's
I was
not
gonna
the person
kick you out of my
I'm
house.
thinking
Like, don't you talk about my son like that. No.
Oh, by the way, this is the first podcast where we're all actually in person.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so hi, you probably actually hear me way better than you have before.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, by far. I'm going to be 100%.
I guarantee.
Of course, they want to probably just take a little spaceship flying around and stuff too. So
Yeah, we're just in space.
Yeah,
in the Millennium Falcon type ship.
no, we're
It's
in
way
Ethan.
cooler.
we're in Ethan's. Remember, we're in Ethan's ship.
Oh, yeah, right.
The Normandy.
Oh yeah, by the way, Amber, we're gonna need to make a source filmmaker avatar for you.
Or
Frank, you have to cut that.
I was gonna say, if I could bring this back to like the childhood crushes and stuff, I actually do want to admit there were 2 characters I had a crush on. They're both from the same video game.
Oh yeah?
So have you guys ever played Jack and Daxter?
I never got the chance.
I know the characters.
I heard they were really good.
So I'm talking about the second video game because honestly I didn't like Jack in the first one. I liked Jack in the second one, and okay, well actually technically 3 characters. I like 3 characters in there. Jack, Torn, and then what was her name? Ashley, I think, who had like all the tattoos and like the red dreadlocks.
Right.
If I showed you a picture right now, I think you would honestly probably like her.
Probably.
Wait, we pull a picture really quick. Okay.
Ben, oh my god.
I thought that was me for a second.
The fuck out of here, stupid droids. I'm sorry about that. You know. Again, stealing Ethan's ship and stuff. You know. That was a complete accident.
I know.
Hey, you know what? We're just playing it off. We'll play it off Ethan's ship. I mean,
Okay,
cut it out,
well,
cut it out.
Okay, well, since we're talking about gaming crushes,
I've got a couple.
the first big one I definitely had was Black Cat in Spider-Man Friend or Foe.
Oh yeah. You can't not have feelings for anything if you didn't.
I mean, like, everybody loves Black Cat to begin with, but specifically Friend or Foe. That was one of the first games I actually ever played.
It's gonna be a fun part. Okay, yeah. So, shit. So it was kind of weird to say. It was more like I wanted to be the character more than I wanted to fuck the character.
Okay, well,
Dick fucking Grayson. Okay, I'm sorry. That as straight as they make him out to be, that ass is not straight. I don't care what the fuck they say that Tim Drake's by. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, since you brought up the topic of confusing feelings at the time, I think mine was probably Jet from Avatar.
Yep.
I mean, like, yes, Zuko and all, but I think my first, like, big man crush that I did not realize at the time was Jet.
Mine was Zuko. That's funny you brought that up.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you just kind of look at those characters, and at first you're thinking, dang, I want to be that character. Then years later, after you kind of discover yourself or something, it's like, I wanted to be with that character,
Oh,
not
yeah.
be
That
that
was-
character.
That
That's
was the
literally
other
how it
way
is.
around for me. That is the other way around for me. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I want to be them. Good job.
I mean, hey,
Okay, well, since we're on the topic of Avatar crushes,
tough.
Yeah.
solid choice. I was definitely a Katara guy. Katara, at the time, definitely awoke something in me. Mostly it was a lot of because... See, I don't want to sound like super inappropriate when I say this. Like, the clothes she wore, like when she would, like, expose her midriff.
Bossing Say.
Well, yeah, Bossing Say. But, like, seriously, like, anytime she had, like, her midriff exposed,
I know, that's
I
what I'm
just
saying.
fucking loved it.
Or in general.
But also, just pretty much all of season 3, her fucking red dress.
Oh, yes.
Like, that was my favorite of all of her outfits.
So, I was gonna say, definitely gonna have to say I loved when she wore her swimsuit and stuff because, like...
Oh, yeah, I mean... Yeah, but I was also, like, a kid at the time. I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, that fucking red dress.
I absolutely loved, so there were quite a few women that I loved in Avatar.
Plenty. There's plenty.
Yeah, there was, let's see,
At the time.
May and Ty Lee.
Yep.
Obviously.
I think her name was June or something. She was the one who had, like, that sort of...
June!
Yes! Like, she
The
she
big
was
titty
all
goth
dark.
girl from Avatar!
Yeah, she was all dark and badass and, like, had that whip, and I'm like...
Okay, and she had, like, the
Yes,
giant
yes,
fucking monster pet.
Yes.
With, like, a poison tongue. Oh my god, like...
Like, Iroh pretending to be paralyzed just so they could lay together. Like, smart moves, my man.
I mean, that was
You gotta
that was
do
like
it
a
right.
really smart play of Nickelodeon to include the dirty old man trope.
Hey, he earned it.
He totally earned that. Like, he's fucking Uncle Iroh, no questions.
What the fucking guy? What's it called?
Okay, what about Suki?
Balls.
Yes,
Beer,
Suki.
what's
I was
his
about
name?
to bring her up in, like, Princess Yue.
Kami. No?
I'm trying to remember.
The
Kyoshi Warrior.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Is it
But also,
Oreo?
yes, Princess Yue, not from the movie that doesn't exist.
What movie?
There's a movie that exists?
Exactly.
Really? Was it good? Yeah, I know. I was one of the unfortunate people that saw it in theaters.
You poor bastard.
I know. The only enjoyable thing was the soda and the popcorn.
But that's like, what, 2.5 hours of your life you're never getting back?
Yep.
Yep.
There's a lot of that I have. Funny
6.
ass.
But still, I think that's definitely like top 5 worst, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Raven.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Teen Titans then. Yep,
Yeah,
Raven.
Yes.
Raven.
Starfire.
Jinx.
Starfire too.
Also Jinx.
I'm Team Raven.
I'm Team Starfire. Yes, yes, I admit, like, Katara was also because of the midriff, but also, another thing that I learned that I like the girls that are not white. Like, Katara was tan, Starfire was orange.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And Raven was just bleach
Well,
white.
okay, well, I mean, like,
She was
that's
great.
not,
Yeah,
it's
she
not that I
was
did,
great. Come on.
it's not that I didn't like that, I did like that, but at the time, I wasn't really into goth girls at the time.
Right.
No.
I was big time into goth girls.
Because I mean, like, that was something I kind of learned to like a little bit later, but at the time, because I saw Teen Titans first, I wasn't into the goth vibes.
Raven was the final like nail in the coffin. I was like, I'm just into goth girls now.
Like,
You embraced the goth girls, Ryan, but I was born in it, forged by it until I was a man, and even still, then it meant
Hey, this was
everything to me.
one time, okay? I said that I liked June a couple minutes ago, okay?
Yeah, come on, man.
yeah,
Okay,
but,
it was a process, okay? Introduction didn't respond very well. Kind of built up my tolerance for it, like spicy food.
yeah, so like it
Yep,
wasn't.
I'm still a wimp when it comes to spicy food, but
Yeah,
that's a completely different topic.
Okay, well, anyways, okay, so this might be a weird one since we're on Teen Titans.
Yes.
Mhm.
Red X.
Oh my god, I was about to bring him up.
I mean,
you don't even know who, like it.
exactly, mystery bad boy, hello!
Yeah, so I was about to bring up, I'm not just into goth girls, I'm into like the
First
whole
one.
goth
First
thing
one.
in general and shit.
First
like
two.
Blackfire.
Oh my, okay, like, yes, Blackfire was insanely hot, but I can't say that I had a crush on her because I hated her for
Same.
all the shit she pulled.
Yeah,
my
I
God,
liked the way
same.
that she looked. I did not
Oh,
like
yeah,
the way
like-
she acted.
She, like, honestly, just,
She was.
yeah, just,
We could bleep
Flat out.
that out, right?
Yes, I can bleep that out. I know how to edit.
So I can say whatever I want right now.
No, please.
and moving the on!
Thank you, Ryan. This is why you are the other co-host.
Okay, alright, well then this is more for you guys, just to get you guys to not talk about it anymore. Were you guys Team Beast Boy or Team Cyborg?
I want to say more Team Cyborg because I did love he was kind of a little bit more mature in a way, and not only that, but I love the episodes and stuff. Like it was that one where like he went back in time with that woman or something, and like he's helping them to defend from like these weird creatures and stuff. You guys know what episode I'm talking about?
I did not see that one. I saw almost every episode. That was one of the ones that I missed.
How about you guys? Did you guys see that episode?
You're ringing a bell.
I have, yeah.
Cause I remember the future episodes with like the old Cyborg and when Robin was Nightwing.
Oh my god! Don't make me cry right now.
I know that like
saw Cyborg and I was so upset.
I know, but like that's the only time travel episode I know from Teen Titans.
Clone Wars. Why not? Star Wars.
The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley Eccleston, Natalie Portman.
I was gonna say, were you talking about like
Natalie
actual
Portman.
Star Wars, or were you talking about like the?
Well, okay, like we can
Yeah.
include the actual movies because I grew up watching them.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, Natalie Portman.
So Ashley.
Nice. Ahsoka is a good choice,
Yes,
especially
Ahsoka is a
nowadays.
good choice.
Okay, this is kind of a weird one, and I'm begging you guys, don't give me too much of this.
Okay.
We'll try not
Ventress.
No.
No, that's a solid choice.
Okay, especially-
Okay, have you seen her later iterations, like with like the hair is like on the side and shit? Have you seen those?
Okay, I've seen pictures. I don't really know too much about the story, but I'm glad that you kind of bring that up because her fucking character arc.
Oh yeah, no. She literally at the very end, when her character arc is and stuff, she's literally ending up being like an anti-hero and stuff. She dies as an anti-hero. She like, he helps out a Jedi and kind of marries a Jedi a little bit for Order 66.
Nice.
And her
And then they talked about their childhood crushes for a solid half hour. Needless to say, it went very rambly and got to the point very little. So, moving on. We started talking about video games at this point, so we'll just let that go through.
Oh, okay, so I've got a funny story about having to need somebody to do a level for me. This was fairly recent. Jedi Fallen Order. So, one thing y'all should know about me, I'm a huge arachnophobe. I fucking hate spiders. I cannot deal with them.
And that's okay.
So, if y'all have played Fallen Order, you know where I'm going with this. When you have to go to Kashyyyk, the Wookiee planet, there are giant fucking spiders on there. The first time you encounter one of these rat bastards, it jump scares you. You walk into a big empty room. I mean, like, I walk into this big empty room, I'm like, okay, obviously there's going to be a boss or something. No! The spider literally drops from the ceiling, pounces on you, and tries to eat you. When this happened to me, I literally shut the game off and turned my TV off for a few minutes. And then, I had to call... my friend Melinda was in town during the time, so I'm just like, hey, like, we're still hanging out tomorrow, right? Yeah, what's up? Can you help me beat this level in my Star Wars game? I had to fight a giant spider and I can't fucking deal with it.
I don't know why, but it's just, that story reminded me of when I played Resident Evil at your house.
Oh my god. Okay, this is a good one. I don't think we've done this on the podcast before.
God, I hope not, because it's a pretty funny story. So, one day, Ryan and I decided to hang out for the weekend because we wanted to. I decided, you know what? I have the demo disc for Resident Evil 3 and my PlayStation 2. I'm going to bring both of them, and we're going to see what happens. Because Ryan has never seen anything Resident Evil related at all up until this point.
Yeah, for real. And the weird thing was I was playing Devil May Cry at the time, too.
And I was just like, well... I guess I'll just bring this game. I've never played it before, and I want to see how it plays out, you know? So I bring it, I say, hey Ryan, I got a game I gotta show you, and you're like, cool, let's hook it up. And we hook up my PlayStation, we play it. Everything's going great, but, so for anybody that has played Resident Evil 3, you know that Nemesis, the big, bad, muscly, gopher-faced man, bursts through walls and windows, and any opportunity to scare you. And it's randomized, so he doesn't scare you in the same place twice. And I didn't know that, because, I've never played it before.
And literally not knowing anything about Resident Evil other than it has zombies.
Yep. So, we get to the police station, and everything's going great, and then
he just finished, like, clearing the upstairs floor for, like, the key he needed, or something, and then he goes downstairs.
And just out of nowhere... Nemesis jumps through the window, and I literally throw the controller. I'm freaking out like, Jesus Christ! And Ryan's over there laughing hysterically as I frantically try to grab the controller and run.
Funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
And eventually I beat the demo, and I was like, well, that was fun. And Ryan was like, sure was. I hope you should make a YouTube channel. And I was like, you know what? I will.
Oh, and to make this story a little bit funnier, I guess, my dad got mad at us for that.
Because we were so loud. Or I forgot, that's right.
Oh my god, that reminds me, this was actually, during the same year, because I was living in that apartment at the time. Five Nights at Freddy's had, like, just came out, and it was all the rage.
Oh yeah, we played that.
Okay, so this was a different story.
Oh, okay.
I was actually playing it at school with my friend Melinda. It was actually on Halloween. And none of us had ever played it before. And oh my god, we made it to like night 3, okay? And then like right when like our lunch period ended, we also got a jump scare. And there were so many people walking by our table and everything, and they just all look at us and we're just like screaming at this fucking phone. And then, like, it gets funnier. Like, my last class of the day was my Spanish class. And, we were talking about, like, what we were doing for Halloween or anything. And I just brought up, like, well, me and my friends, like, during our lunch period, we played this new horror game. And, like, we got super scared around the end. And then somebody in my class was like, oh my god, that was you screaming?
Yes.
I was like, yes, like, no shame, that was me. That game scared the shit out of me.
Alright, transition to the next topic.
Well, I don't really have many, but I do have funny stories.
Oh, okay. Funny story time?
Yeah. I mean, it might be funny. I don't know if anybody else will think it's funny.
Okay.
I just think it's funny. So earlier, we were talking about height.
Right.
And back when I did go to the doctors, I don't anymore because I don't like doctors. Because I don't want to pay $500 just to be told, well, Here's the exact same information you've been getting every single time you go to the doctors. Bye! Back when I did, every time I would get my height checked, no matter which doctor I went to, it was completely different. So, all my life growing up, I was like, I have no idea how tall I am because it's a different answer every time.
So, I was gonna say, if we get back to funny stories and stuff, I
Yes,
actually
please.
just remembered one in which I definitely embarrassed myself on this one. So, I used to work at a movie theater, and I was working with my 2 coworkers that day. We were in between sets, so all the movies were in. There were no customers in the lobby that I had know of. And we were all talking about, like, things. I don't know what happened. My coworker, Corey, had, talked about his old coworker who had a tattoo of Cthulhu, basically tentacle raping a woman, on their calf and stuff. And this other coworker, Estelle, was talking about like the time she was in Japan and whatnot. But I was more focused on the Cthulhu tattoo and stuff, and suddenly I had just blurted this out without thinking. I said, well, you know what they say, I'm a senpai in the streets, but a hentai in the sheets. I had said that loud enough to alert these 2 people that were around my age, 2 customers right behind me who were filming for Snapchat or something.
Oh
I turned around. I had never been so embarrassed because I shouted that out loud. And it was an empty lobby, so it echoed, basically. So there was no way they could mistake what I was saying.
I would have just turned around and said solid.
They went to the bathroom and stuff, and that's when they started laughing because, like, my 2 coworkers, they just had the, like, oh shit face on and stuff, and after those 2 had gone to the bathroom is when they started laughing. I'm like, you couldn't have fucking warned me!
At least they were courteous enough to not laugh at you, specifically,
They're
in your
laughing
face.
with you. They're not laughing at you, they're laughing with you.
Oh, God,
Ain't that right, best buddy?
Yes.
You know zombie crawl that happens in...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I had met this girl one time, and we basically hung out, but the funny thing is, there is a photo that exists.
It's out there somewhere.
It's on my old phone, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll show you guys next time. But, we had met this cool zombie Mojo Jojo from, Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, yo.
He was pretty cool, but what... So I asked her to take a picture of me and him and stuff. She had a nice one of him just, like, standing next to her and just, like, arm wrapped around her. Like, that's pretty cool and stuff. But for me...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he had one arm around me and stuff, and I will tell you right now, he had a banana. And here's the photo.
Oh, boy.
Caressing my neck with a banana.
Oh,
As he's also, like...
Oh,
Yeah, so,
my.
like, you know the hand that's, like, around the shoulder and stuff? Well, he brought the hand up and then just, like, put it on my face and went, nah, he's just, like, caressing my face. At that point, I'm like,
Oh,
I'm being caressed so gently by Mojo Jojo's banana.
It's a zombie. He wants some brain if you catch my drift. Sorry about that.
No, you're not.
So the internet couldn't hear me, although they might have.
Probably not.
Anyway, I said that he wanted some brain, if you know what I mean.
Hopping over on the white hot sand.
Again, Ben. I would not like this with a copyright claim.
Hey.
Ben, sing in your head, not out loud.
Please. I don't have money.
I know the phrase is sing like no one's listening, but Ben, we're listening.
Why aren't you paying me then? Because Zane says it's fucking amazing.
Because you didn't ask for permission.
Okay, I don't want your money.
You need to charge up front.
Yeah.
Fucking alright, you know, fucking pay me right now. Bail Venmo.
Okay.
No,
we're off topic.
I'm already in here at your
please.
show. You didn't charge me for admission to come in here. It's too late.
I did charge you admission.
No, you did not.
I charged you 3 corn chips. That's at least 3 souls.
You did no such thing.
Alright, crow.
Where's the sign on the door?
Hold on.
Okay. Okay, well, Amber and I have told funny stories.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of one.
Here's the sign.
I said, where's the sign on the door?
It's right here.
It's right here. Can't you see
That
it?
doesn't count.
Ryan, no,
But this
it's right
one.
here.
Right, with this one.
See?
Right here. It's right here. Guys, let's see
No,
it now.
it's too late. It's too late. I already did it. It's too late.
You want to stop fucking that hard wood now?
Absolutely. Fucking this
Okay.
fucking hard ass
Jesus
wood.
Christ. Ryan, what have we gotten ourselves into?
I kind of regret this now.
Well, this was your idea.
Hey,
So
it's
you
your...
know how
I-
much I cuss, so.
Okay,
It's okay.
Funny story. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how funny this is, but, fun fact for you guys at home, I chipped my fucking teeth.
Oh shit! Right.
That's great.
So the funniest part about this is that I wasn't even on the schedule for my job that day. I was coming in to cover somebody else. And I ride my bike to work, because I don't have a car. So I'm in the middle of a crosswalk, and my fucking tire gets stuck in a really small crack, and it throws me over the fucking handlebar, and I fall face first with my mouth open for some fucking reason, literally chip my two fucking front teeth. They're not, like, chipped in half. I still have, like...
Most
A
of it.
majority.
I still have, like, 99% of them. It's just... It's annoying, but... Like, how fucking ridiculous does it have to be to go in to cover somebody else's shift, and then you get hurt?
Yeah.
That's
On your way to work.
I kind of have a story relating to that. I didn't chip a tooth, but when I was a kid, I used to ride my bike around the neighborhood that I lived in back up in Washington.
Yeah.
And you know how popping a wheelie is just super cool.
Yeah.
And anybody that could do it, I did that. But so I was showing off, and then I was like, you know what would be cool? A front wheelie.
Oh, no.
So I go as
Purpose.
I go as fast as I can, and I fling myself over the handlebars, and I was like, pretty cool, huh?
Plot twist: that was your audition for Jackass.
Anyway, I just thought
I'm Baka and Rapar, and this is Jackass.
I'd like to just mention that I did mine on purpose. So
Oh my god.
when you mentioned that story, I was like, damn, I haven't remembered that in years. So if you wanted any confirmation that I deserve the nickname Baka, there you go.
I was gonna say, one story that involved me getting hurt was, me and my brother used to share a room when we were little, and my
Right.
brother was obsessed with Legos. Well, our uncles knew that, so they sent him like 2 or 3 giant tubs full of Legos.
Nice.
And me and my brother had bunk beds. Well, me being a clumsy ass bitch, I got the top bunk. My brother had the bottom bunk, and my brother was not in the room. The thing was, he was horrible with picking up Legos and stuff, so, like, he left them everywhere, and when he did try to pick them up, he'd just leave the tubs out with the lids off.
Right.
So, one day, I accidentally fall off the top bunk bed,
Oh.
and, you know, luckily I didn't hit the, oh so hard carpet floor. No, my fall was broken with, like, these lovely soft Legos with my shirt that had ridden up in the wind.
Nice. Solid.
I think that was the first time I cussed at my brother.
That's nice. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a lot of other stories for me hurting myself as a kid. I hurt myself a lot, now that I think about it.
Same here.
So, this is back when I lived here in Colorado. So you know the park that's over by Westgate that we walked to? Like, by the, so it's that park, right? So there's like a ledge that you can, that separates the sections of the park.
Mhm.
So me being the dumbass little kid that I was, and seeing all these videos about parkour, I was like, I can do it. I fucking splat on the ground, and I'm like, wow, I did it. It's just like when I flipped over the bike. And I've got more, too. So, this is a story about how I fractured my arm.
Oh, jeez.
So, it was whatever grade it was, and we had monkey bars, and looking back on it, I was actually bullied. in school because these kids were like, okay, let's play tag, you're it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, thanks, guys. So they're across the monkey bars, right? Me being like, I can totally make this. My idea was I can jump halfway across and then do it again. So I jump, I totally make it, and by I totally make it, I fall and I fracture my arm. It didn't hurt at first, so I stood up and I was like, okay, let's try that again. And then the second I took a step forward, it's like the anime mode, everything stopped. And my arm just felt like it was going to explode. And I was like... And just I read the teacher and I was like, are you okay? No. My arm hurts. So they're like, okay, go to the nurse's office.
Just like turned it the other way. You tell me.
And then I went to the nurse's office. I had an ice pack for the rest of the day. And then I went home. My mom took me to the doctor's. And the doctor's like, hey, you fractured your arm, dumbass.
So, I got a question, because I was actually here for this one.
Yes.
This was also where we went to school. There was that time you tried to grab onto the basketball.
That's right.
Okay, alright, so...
Break
no,
the
like,
back.
no shit.
Break
No
the
shit.
back.
Did you hurt your head when you did that?
No.
Good.
Because that... I guess I'm just going to go on a bunch of tangents with my stories. So, like I said, I'm an idiot. I like to do stupid things. So, earlier in the day... actually, no, it was the other day. I was swinging off the basketball hoops because one of them was lower than the other one. I was doing it and having a great time. And so the next day, it was in the morning. I remember it was in the morning because I had to deal with the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Everybody asking me if I was okay. But we all went outside for some reason. I don't remember why. That I don't remember. You might.
Fire escape.
Oh, it was a fire drill. So, they did not give a shit what any of us did. And so I was like, hey, you guys want to go swing on the basketball hoops? And
I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. I'll go first. So I did it. I didn't get enough of a head start because I didn't know if they were going to yell at me for running. So I barely miss it. Like, I hit it, but I barely miss it. So I fling forward, and I fall on my back. And for a solid second, I could breathe, and then instantly I couldn't breathe.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't breathe. This is where I die. And my head was like, I'm dead. This is where I die. I'm dying in front of my friends being an idiot. I'm such an idiot. And then eventually I could breathe again, and everyone's like, are you okay for the rest of the day? I'm like, yes, I'm okay. Because I completely embarrassed myself in front of the entire school.
Dude, Alex was being a bro on you the entire time. He was like picking you up and shit.
And he was like, dude, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, he was like, wake the fuck up, Sarah. You got
That's great.
Yeah, fuck, I miss Alex Holtz.
I hope he's doing alright.
I've been talking to him on Snapchat. He's doing alright, so.
Good, I'm happy to hear that.
You need to invite him back on one of the podcasts one of these times and stuff.
We will, when we get in contact with him again. We'll invite him onto the
Do it
podcast.
now. So I was gonna say, I actually do have a story of where, like, so I've actually never broken any bones before, thank God, but honestly, this story, I was just amazed that I didn't because, so it was winter time. Me and my friend, I think her name was Alyssa. Me and my friend had made like this gigantic snowman and stuff. Like,
Right. You know, as you do.
it was taller than present me, I think.
Well, I mean,
But-
hey, all that matters.
Yeah.
Make a snowman.
But the thing was, we had put that snowman at the bottom of a steep hill that many kids like to go sledding off of.
Ooh.
Me.
Well, I have another story
can-
now.
I
I
was
have
gonna say
another
you-
story now. Thank you for reminding
I was
me.
gonna say you might be getting to the ending before me. So we left that snowman alone for the night. Like when we built that snowman, like basically freshly fallen enough to like where you could actually form snowballs and stuff.
Mm.
Well, the thing was, it was a sunny day. That whole day we had made that snowman, so like obviously he was gonna start melting a little bit, but he still kept his shape. Well, then night comes, everything freezes, and the very next day, me and my friend want to go sledding. So, we were able to get into the school playground and stuff because, like, on weekends, they'll leave it open for all the kids in the neighborhood who want to go.
Oh, wow, I wish my schools would have done that.
Yeah, right. So me and my friend, we start going sledding down the hill and stuff. Here's the thing, though. I miscalculated on where I was going to go. I had landed right in the middle of what I now call the Iceman. And I was amazed I had not broken anything at that point, but I was in pain the rest of the day. Like, literally, my friend was dragging me around on the sled wherever there could be, like, wherever I could be dragged on in the snow. Like, as soon as we got to the asphalt part of the playground, she was just like, my job's done. I can't carry you any further. I know you're in pain, but you gotta come with me and tell our parents what happened. I'm like, I'm in pain. Why do I gotta be the one to break the news?
I got a couple more stories now. You guys are turning the cogs in my dusty ass brain.
I need to step up for just a minute.
All right, that's good. If I have to, I'll retell this one.
You're okay.
But so it's a similar one to yours, sledding. But it involves me, so I'm gonna fall and hurt something. So I'm gonna call this guy Jeremy. Back when I lived in Washington, I knew this guy Jeremy, and we went sledding one day, and it was like at night because we were like, yeah, let's just go sledding at night. We'll be fine. Just bring a flashlight. So it was my turn, and we built a ramp at this point. And it was a pretty big ramp from what I remember. Me looking back on it now, it's probably like not even that big. But I was like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So I go on it and I fling up, but instead of, like staying in this arc, I start turning. So I'm turning like that, and I'm like, wow, this is a pretty long fall. Bam! And me into the snow, and I'm just like face first in the snow. There's a tumbleweed right up my ass, and I'm like, this is great. So walks up Jeremy. He walks up like, dude, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, dude. Want to go again? And he's like, I think we're done for the night. I'm like, oh come on, are you sure? We just built this ramp. He's like, no, we're going home, man. I'm like, okay.
God fucking bless.
Like that ramp you'd think was 2 feet, you go back on it, just 4 inches.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was like a 10-story jump, but it's probably like 4 inches maybe. But so this is not related to sledding, but it involves snow. So my uncle's birthday is on New Year's. My cousin, so his son, or not like whatever familial relation, just his son. He was in the Navy for a long time, and he obviously had to learn about. So when the clock hit midnight, and we put it right in the, because my uncle lived up in a part of where it was like just forest everywhere, so his backyard is fucking huge. So right there in the middle, and I was outside, and my cousin was just do that, just trust me. And I was like, okay, so I did that, and it like scared all of the birds, and there was a fucking crater to the dirt because it was snow, but it was to the dirt. There was pieces of plastic everywhere, and I was like, wow. Again. That's what I looked at. I was like, again. He's like, well, maybe not, because we don't want the police to come. Because you don't get to just make it, you blow it up and make another one.
No.
But it was great.
Fucking stories you guys have. I swear I wish I had stories like those.
Oh, this is just because you're reminding me. I usually can't remember any of these.
That might go for a minute.
I was gonna say I got like one more, but it's honestly just rather pretty simple and straight to the point.
Right.
I super glued my fingers purposefully on accident.
What in the
Or
fuck?
accidentally on purpose.
What?
One of those options.
I was
How
little.
even?
Do you want to do it again?
Do you want me to tell the story?
Super good right there. We could do it again.
So I was about 9 or something. My parents had gone away. Like, they literally were probably just visiting someone within our apartment complex for a few minutes, but that was long enough for me to find the tube of super glue, and long enough for my brother to watch me open this tube of super glue and say, want to see how fast I can pull my fingers apart with the super glue on?
Oh no.
So I put the super glue on. I'm like, dude, alright, first one good, second one good, then
Oh no.
yeah, I glued my pointer finger and my thumb. Literally, it was this hand.
Oh my god.
In that moment, I was Italian.
That's a spicy meatball.
The fucked up choice is what I did. So no, I did like everything I could to try and pull them apart and stuff. And so eventually, I think I had my brother hold on to my pointer finger, and I just grabbed my thumb and I just like ripped it apart, and I had like skin. Like I couldn't tell if it was like just chunks of like the first layer of skin, or if that was actually like chunks of dried super glue on my fingers at that point. Either way, they hurt. I was screaming and crying. Then my parents came in. And they're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I found the super glue."
It's like that's the ultimatum. Is just that you found the super glue, and now every time you go to like people's places, it's just like hide your super glue. Whatever you do, put it somewhere where this child will never find it.
Yeah, my dad was like, "What the fuck?" And my mom was just like, "Oh my god, you." Like her look was just, "You are my daughter because you're a fucking idiot."
That's what I'm gonna say to my son and or daughter is you're definitely my kid. Because with all these stories and more, I'm sure.
It's like, this stupidity can only come from my bloodline.
Yeah. Have I ever told the story of how I opened up a Christmas present really early and my parents just casually didn't like say anything?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
So I'll keep it short and simple. Basically, I got Halo 1 and Halo 2 the year before Halo 1 came out. Or Halo 3. What the fuck? And
Time travel.
Yeah, I time traveled. So, as a kid, I was a little shit, and I would always like try to see what I got the night before I actually got to open them. And I saw that we got Halo, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's that new game coming out!" And I see it's the first one. I'm like, "Oh, well, let's see how this one is." And I literally opened the entire present in front of because we were at a party, so we had a party at our house, and the Xbox was right there. The TV right there. So I turn on the TV, turn on the Xbox, put the game in, and I'm playing it. As everyone's walking by, and my parents are like, "Well, that's cool. What's that?" And I show them the game, and they're like, "You fucking kidding me?" Like, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Thanks. And they're like, "Oh my god, all right." And then they went and told my siblings, like, "Look, just get in here, open your presents. Your brother fucking
how you started the
stole it."
tradition?
Yes.
You asshole!
That's how I started.
You ruined it. The girls like, "Oh my god, we finally got Zane something. He's gonna be so happy. Our little boy Zane, he's gonna be so happy."
Don't ever
Oh, absolutely. He'll be so impressed. Oh, little sports, our good old chap. Oh,
I mean, I still
love this
knew like
game.
Santa existed because like those were the ones that my parents were like, they'll definitely love these ones. This one was more for just me and my brother that is from mom and dad.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it like the whole
But
time.
You do realize that after all that hard work and the excited faces to see your face, you just threw it all out the window.
I didn't. I was having fun. I was playing the game they got me. It was
They
great.
wanted to see like, "Oh my god, his face is gonna be so excited."
Yeah, it was great. I had a fun time. It was awesome.
I'm sure at the end of it, they were like, "You know what? It doesn't matter. It was
yeah.
worth it. He was happy."
Yeah.
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 It was great.
Got you addicted and you started a family tradition. That's now spreading like a virus because now my house is doing it too.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Open one gift one night early.
Oh, I've always done that.
I didn't open that a night early. I opened it the day of.
I was gonna say, I think that's like a known tradition or
Yeah,
something.
you open one on
For
Christmas Eve, and
most
then on Christmas Day you
families.
open the rest.
Exactly.
You're just weird.
I've been weird this entire time. I haven't spoken a single thing this entire time, and now I'm weird. Okay. I see
Welcome
how
to the Awkward Podcast.
Wow. Okay. Thanks.
Roll credits.
I quit.
Not literally.
Oh, we're going quits. All right, guys. It's been fun.
No, wait.
We're not done yet. I don't think we are.
Yeah,
Wait, actually-
unfortunately.
I actually do have one story.
Mm-hmm. Is it the story of the succubus? Are we finally debuting the story of the succubus?
Oh.
See, I heard suck you and
Oh,
like, immediately just
Oh,
like,
well,
he's
Ben
talking
turned
about
off the
that
lights in his
succubus.
starship. Oh boy.
Actually, Ethan's, but point being,
Yeah, whatever.
did I ever tell you the story about the succubus?
Hey, Editor Kira here. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it looks like the recording of the succubus tale has been thrown out the airlock in a tragic incident following some completely convenient and definitely not misplaced garbage. As an apology, please take this voice clip as a suitable replacement. I hope that voice clip made you feel better, and again, on behalf of Baka Crew and Baka Crew Productions and Caption Thai completely legal shipping company that is not a front for Smugglers Incorporate, we are sorry. Now back to the angry weeb, the sad weeb, and the closeted stripper weeb's torment against a poor woman.
Oh my god, that actually just reminded me. So I was gonna say, this actually this is like a platonic friendship kind of thing that
Right.
actually happened, but it was actually during like Comic-Con when we were all together and stuff, and when I had met your ex and whatnot.
Yep.
Long story, guys. That's another topic.
We're not getting into it.
Right,
No.
Sid, other
Yeah.
topic.
Alright, so I was gonna say, me and her, we had gotten along, like, we just kind of paired off as a friend or something at the time, and we had met this really
Remember
cool
that.
chick and stuff who was, she was cosplaying as Natsuki, I believe, from Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, you kind of know who I'm talking about?
Yep,
I
I remember
remember.
this.
Yes,
I
well,
remember this
here's the
thing
thing.
very well.
Me and her, so we were actually all different ages and stuff, and, like, I wanted this girl Natsuki's number because, like, I wanted to continue being friends with her even after Comic-Con. She's like, oh, cool, and then she starts talking about her school and stuff, and then, your ex, like, and I just kind of share a look, and we're just like, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 13. She looks at your, like, she looks at your ex and stuff, and she goes, how old are you? She's like, I'm about, like, 16. Then they both look at me, and I'm like, I'm about to make this awkward as fuck. I'm 19.
The worst part was that she was like 17. She was like at that point.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Really?
Yes.
She's same age as me.
Alright, well, either way, though, like, that 13-year-old was a awesome chick. Like, I wish she was older so we could be friends, but yeah, no, like,
No,
I did
yeah.
not, didn't hang out with her after that, at that point, so yeah.
It reminds me of a tragic story I have. I'm not gonna share it, but similar situation and stuff with this one kid I met and stuff.
Mhm.
God, I wish I could be friends with him because you know he's a chill dude, but at the same time though, he was just getting himself in a lot of bad shit, and I was like, dude, stop! You're just ruining yourself right now, man. And you know, it's like kids and stuff. They want to be with adults and stuff. They're like, not like that, but like they want to be like,
Yes.
they want to hang out with all the adults and stuff because they want to grow up and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's our responsibility as adults and stuff to make sure we just got to be like, no, you stay with your group.
No.
You will grow up on your own time.
You stay in your lane.
Yeah, you stay. Yeah, no,
Stay in your
Chill,
fucking
yeah,
lane.
chill,
yeah.
child.
You know, and I mean like that, like
Pointing your gun
socialize
at
and
them.
stuff. You know, I mean like because
Wow, nice Nerf gun. It's
Yeah.
not a Nerf gun.
like you want the kids to grow up normally and stuff because if they're hanging around a bunch of adults and shit, they're gonna end up have mental issues and shit and a superiority complex. That's no fun for anyone. So yeah, I totally feel for that. I'm glad you did her smart thing and stuff too. I wish she was.
Yeah, no, like, we after we told each other, like, all of our ages and stuff, we had, we said our farewells, and, actually, I cannot remember if I took any pictures with her, because, like, she still had, like, a freaking cool-ass cosplay and stuff, and, like, Natsuki was
Right.
probably one of my favorite characters from there.
Right. Oh, it's Yandere, weren't you? Yandere.
Yes, I loved, yes, I was Yandere-chan from, Yandere Simulator, the character's official name is Ayano Aishi.
Not the game's
I
ever
probably
come
didn't
out.
say that last name right, but
Ventus.
yeah, I got so many people that kept saying, "Oh, cool! You look like you're a bloody Sailor Moon, are you?" I'm like, I am so freaking
No.
pissed right now. But then I had hope because there was this little girl who come up to me. That hope kind of crashed because of like how young she was. She came up to me and she was like, "I know who you are." I'm like, "Please don't say bloody Sailor Moon." She's like,
Please
"You're
don't say Sailor
Yandere-chan." I'm like, "Yes, I'm Yandere-chan."
Finally.
Oh
almost-
yeah.
I wanted to cry like tears of joy, but at the same time I had that thought in my head. I'm like, she knows who Yandere-chan is. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Oh no.
Just like, oh dear God, no.
It's
She
all
better be a fan of
downhill from
Markiplier
here.
or something. Then I also remember Markiplier calls one of the characters in there Boobs Mackenzie. I'm like, no, not Markiplier.
Please, anybody but him.
Hello, everybody.
I was gonna say you're
Julie,
gonna
special guest star Markiplier's here.
No.
I
Never
wish.
in our life.
Like
no,
that
I
would
occasionally
happen.
still watch Markiplier, But yeah, no, I would definitely say, for some reason, if somehow in some way that
You
Natsuki,
somehow listen to this
that
podcast.
Natsuki
This
cosplayer,
stupid podcast.
yeah, that Natsuki cosplayer, she is somehow listening to this podcast or something.
Yeah.
I wish you the best in life, but yeah, do not, like, make friends with people that are close to your age until, like, I say you yourself are an adult. Then you can branch off to, like, much older people. Like, my dad's friends with a dude who's, like, in his 80s right now. My dad just probably turned, like, 51 or 52.
And that's what I want to get into. Like, so, like, for me and stuff, I don't ever really hang out, talk to, or, you know, even, God forbid, date people who are under the age of, like, you know, 2 years younger than me. So I'm currently 21, so I don't talk to anyone who's 18. I don't talk to anyone who's...
Oh, yeah, no, I stay away from, like, people that are still, like, technically, like, 18 or 19.
Yeah.
Yes, you're kind of a technical adult, but no, I'm waiting till you're freaking at least 20.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, once you turn 21, then the age range opens up
Yes.
again. But, like, if you're like, okay, if you're going younger when you're 21, I would say, you know, if you're 20, you can talk to people who are 18 and 19, but you can't go any lower. Don't talk to 17-year-olds. If you're 21, talk to people who are 19 and 20. Don't ever talk to 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds or anyone below. And so on and so for me, and so that's just kind of how I go. It's like the older you get, it's kind of like the age, the 2 years behind me keeps going. So like when I'm 25, I won't talk to anyone who's like under 23 instead. So that's just me personally, because it's such a big difference, you know. I mean, sure, we're the same generation, we're sure Generation Z, but it's just so. It's like talking to aliens, you know.
Yeah, it's what's funny is so like this friend group, like I'm including like everyone that like we're friends with right here. As far as I know, I'm the oldest or something, but the funny thing is I'm the baby of my other friend group who like I work with and stuff, like my friends Maddie, Bobby, the people I used to work with, Corey and whatnot, and yeah, they're all like 25, 26, like they're almost getting ready to go into their 30s and stuff, and I'm like, here's baby me. So like it's very weird, like oldest in the friend group here, but like the baby in the friend group over there.
I gotcha.
I get that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pass it over to you guys. Do you guys have any horror stories about conventions or cosplay or
Horror stories.
Cringe stories, really.
Yeah.
No, but I do have a story.
Okay.
So when just another into the line of I'm an idiot when I'm like I've been an idiot since I was a fucking child.
I mean, at least you just say you're 15, so.
No, this was like when I was like 6 or 7.
Right.
So I like to explore. As in, I like to go outside and I like to run around and like go way far down the block.
Okay, that kind of explore.
Yes, not the other thing. And eventually I got down far enough to where my parents would have been worried.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't out for very long. But there was these people having a party. You see where this is going. And why this would be a horror story for a parent. So, sorry Mom and Dad. But the door was wide open.
Oh no.
And I walk in. I grab a hot dog. And I'm like eating the hot dog, and like these people are like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing great, thanks."
Oh my god.
And eventually, one of the adults was like, "Who the hell are you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Your door was open."
So what you're saying is.
Stranger Danger's gone out the window.
I was gonna say is, have you ever had some friendly uncles in a white van with some candy?
Oh my god.
No.
Plenty.
But eventually,
Plenty.
one of them was just like, "Okay, you go home." And then they closed the door, and I was like, "Wow, I had a hot dog." And then I walked home, and my parents were like, "Did you have fun?" I was like, "I sure did," and I didn't say anything else.
I was gonna say, like, if your parents saw that,
That is some sitcom type shit. You cannot make that up.
I wish that didn't happen, but it did.
Isn't that a special thing you say, man? Give me a hot dog, bitch.
No, I didn't even ask for it. It was just there on like a platter, and I was like, "Oh well,
Give
I'm
me that
hungry
shit.
right now. I'll grab a hot dog."
Oh god.
And just I was at a party full of strangers as 7 years old. I ate a hot dog and left.
I was gonna
That
say,
is
if your
awkward.
parents were there,
Oh.
they definitely want you to specify what kind of hot dog.
Yeah, it was an Oscar Mayer wiener
The true wiener if I want.
on a Kroger brand bun.
Okay,
Traitor.
but what about like Hebrew National hot dogs? Have you guys had those?
No.
Never even heard of them.
They're good.
I had them.
I am a sucker for turkey dogs.
Ooh. Bro, I'm looking at hot dogs after this.
What? Okay.
I was gonna say, I think
It
both
would
of us
be
were
nice.
kind of counting on wanting to get a pretzel dog earlier.
Yeah,
pretzel
when
dogs
we
are
were,
pretty
after
good.
we went to Spencer's, we went to Annie Ann's.
Pretzel. Yeah, that's what Ben.
They did not have the pretzel dog, so I didn't eat anything.
I love Wetzel's pretzels though. They got some bomb ass stuff.
Never been.
Okay, Sonic chili cheese dogs are the fucking best chili cheese dogs I had in a long time. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my ancestors from Chicago, and I'm failing you right now.
I also think it's funny that you're picking the Sonic chili cheese dogs.
Sonic always gets my order wrong.
Sonic.
Hey, buddy! Looks like you like chili dogs.
Oh
Oh
my
god, I'm Tails. Oh god, I'm Tails.
Good job, buddy.
Oh my god, that just reminds
That's
me of
cool,
like
right?
that sound that's on TikTok or something where it's like nice cock.
Nice cock!
I'll say it for the internet.
Do it.
Nice cock.
You don't have to be gay to appreciate a man's cock.
Cock.
Sonic.
That's no. Sonic said that to Knuckles, you idiot.
That's what I'm saying. Knuckles is saying it back.
You can appreciate a man's cock and not be gay.
No, but I don't want to fuck the shit out of him.
Whoa!
That's too gay for me.
See you later, cock. Oh
That's
okay.
no
Cock. Okay, so
I just remembered something.
Say it.
I have a voice clip
Put it in.
that
God.
Ben asked me to record because it was great, but basically it falls along the lines of Sonic just being like, "No thanks, homo," and
Oh my god.
like I have
No,
it
it was-
saved, I have it everything.
It was missing with that gay shit.
Oh yeah, miss me with
Pause.
that gay shit. Cock.
Thanks for pointing at me when you said homo.
I'll point at Ryan.
Oh,
And you.
fuck you! I'm only half gay.
Fuck you, homo.
I'm
Alright, I'm stopping there. I'm stopping there. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody.
It's not homophobic. It's all in.
Cock. Yes, I have two friends, three in this room now.
Alright, well, I'm still revoking your
Actually, it's
effort pass.
probably still only two.
I'm still revoking your effort pass, though.
No, I'm your friend
Yeah, I
now.
Anyway, just thought I'd point out that yes, Ben makes me say stupid shit all the time, so feel free.
You know
Hey,
what's
not
funny
just
is that,
me.
Oh yeah, Matt makes me say stupid shit too.
you know what's funny is like very off topic, but like for some reason at some point you just remind me of when I went to see Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage with my friends, and so I absolutely geeked out. Like if I felt bad for the person that was sitting next to me who like was not a part of our friend group. So I was gonna say during like this scene of where like very first scene Carnage, like he's just fucking screaming, like rampaging and shit. That very first scene, right when he attacks the cop, I made this very weird noise. Like I made this very weird laugh. So I could try to recreate it.
Do it.
Like seeing Carnage and then it's like.
Yeah.
I was clapping so fucking hard. I was just like, yes.
It's fucking great.
Oh my god, I was
That's
I was surprised my friends didn't hear me, but I just now remembered the person sitting next to me. It was my own goddamn brother.
That's
Oh
great.
my, he's used to my weirdness, so thank God he didn't make a scene about it and just gone like, what the fuck? Just like, never heard that kind of noise before.
Never heard that before, and I pray I never hear it again.
Exactly, that's probably what his thought process was. He's just like, when did my sister
that
get
laugh.
hooked on
That
crack?
horrible, horrible laugh.
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
I hear it in my dreams.
Anytime
And
I'm
I hear
free.
you.
I ain't talking about 3. He's not here, is he? Get the shit off! I'll join you with the TF2 references.
Thank you. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem.
Oh my
Yeah, no problem.
goodness, 9:35 now.
Wow, this has been a long ass podcast. Does anybody else have anything to say?
I'm out.
You're out?
I got nothing.
Got nothing?
All right.
Alright, go around the table one more time. Any other cosplay, costume, horror stories, and comic fiction horror stories? Come on, you're the guest, and I'm good tonight.
I was gonna say my very first cosplay was I don't know what I just had the freaking mask. That was it, but I hadn't even seen the anime. My brother just had this mask from like a previous Comic-Con or something, but I basically tried to go as like a shitty version of a gender bent Tokyo Ghoul. Like, I'm obviously wearing all black and I'm wearing the mask and the eye patch. People should know who I am. Me with my dark brown long ass hair or something, just having the mask, and I'm like, they just probably thought I was a goddamn emo with a mask.
You were dream before dreams!
Yeah, it was
Yes.
horrible. Like before I had a job, before I had like any money to be able to go to Comic-Con, literally just had $60 to go to Comic-Con. That is not enough money
No.
for merch and shit.
That is enough for like 2, maybe 3 things.
Anyone who is ever thinking of going to Comic-Con, you're gonna want to make sure you have at least a couple $100 in the
200.
bank.
200 minimum,
Yeah,
no
200.
shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, like,
I skirted by with like 120.
yeah, the first year that I had
Well, I mean, there you
money to
go.
spend for like a 3
Bare
day
minimum.
convention, I had spent about $300 on posters alone. And I think I had the only actual, like, besides the posters, the only other thing I had bought was like 3 shirts and maybe 3 figurines, and that totaled up to, say, probably maybe $200. And then on top of that, paid the $100 for my weekend ticket. So for all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I alone had spent $600 in 3 days.
Damn.
Oh, that's not even including my cosplays either.
Oh
So,
my god.
No, fucking cosplay is extremely expensive.
oh yeah, that is a very expensive hobby to have.
Mhm.
If someone can make that into a career, I applaud them and
Oh, thank
am
you.
jealous of them.
I'm taking applause right now, then. Thank you.
Like a career where you actually get paid.
Yeah.
Ben, get paid.
I get paid fucking like 25
Like
bucks.
it's a career for.
You'd be surprised how many pro cosplayers there are. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there was a couple booths when we went to Fan Expo,
Yeah.
which is a
yeah.
topic for another time because we are 2 hours in.
2 hours,
2
2 hours, 8 hours. That's it. No, I was going to mention
2 hours, 8 hours.
I'm
2 hours, 8 hours. It doesn't matter. It's just time. Oh,
2 to 8 hours.
Time is a construct.
Yes, it is. But that's again another topic.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
It's up to you. Do you want to hear, buddy, or do you want to make the extra long to do a special episode? Or do you want to split it in half?
I don't have any other like horror stories, topics that we can get into that wouldn't make this like an 8-hour podcast.
And I'm not gonna lie, I would really like to get something to eat.
Same. Sonic?
And I should get going soon. Because
Yeah.
I live in Denver and these motherfuckers live in
I am apologizing profoundly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
You are
I know
perfectly
that's
fine.
right.
It's
I'm sorry.
I know
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm sorry.
luckily I just work 4 days, so
Yeah, you're off
Friday,
tomorrow,
Saturday.
right?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I get 3 days off.
Right.
Luckily.
If you want, man, I can, drive these guys back and stuff, and you can just go back home if you need to.
I need to get her gas, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might like.
I owe her.
So.
I owe her gas.
Damn it, my plan was spoiled all over again.
Anyway, thank you all so much for listening to our just all of it.
Stupid
Yeah, and
movie.
thank you for joining us here today, Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good round for Amber!
Our first
Yeah.
ever guest.
My first ever podcast.
Bonus.
Hell yeah.
Bonus.
Thank you for having me so much. I hope I get to do more of these with you guys in the future.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That would be
So,
great.
I love this chaos.
You want to know some cards, right?
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity, anything.
Oh, funny enough, I got I didn't take it out of my pack from last time we hang out. But
No shit.
I have these. I bought the little Pride pack because I thought I had gotten the one with the glitter in it when they had that promotional shit, but I got these little ones.
Well, I mean, this is a good way to end it, I guess. You're about to hear some of the funniest Cards Against Humanity shit I've ever heard.
Like, I love the.
Yeah.
So I love the answer cards the most, but I could just read them all off.
Go for it.
Getting your ass ate.
Nice.
Always,
Pinky.
always
A
a
messy
good one.
bitch who lives for drama.
Nice.
Yeah.
Licking that pussy, right?
Yep.
Whatever straight people do for fun. Here you go.
I play video games. I read manga.
My two
Cards for you.
Yes, I do. I got it. Don't worry.
Don't tell the
I'll
Alex
find
question.
it. Don't worry,
Suck on
podcast.
it.
I'll find this card.
I'm like, suck on
Yeah,
that.
this is what I do for fun, everyone. I look for cards that are thrown at me. Here you
From
go.
the Pride pack.
Ah, my knee. I hit a Pac-Man arcade.
Who the fuck put that there? Wait, say no break the immersion. They're gonna find out.
Oh no! Thank you
Yeah.
all so much for listening. Thank you to Amber for being a part of the
Yeah,
podcast.
thank you
Thanks
so
for having
much.
me.
One round of applause.
Yeah.
Yay!
You will return, I know for a
I was gonna
fact.
say, I gotta clap along, or otherwise this will truly feel awkward.
All in theme. Thank you to Ryan and Ben for being here. Both of their channels will be in the description, as always.
Do you have a channel or no?
I only have a TikTok, but I have not put
Posted?
out. Yeah, I haven't posted in a while because I went through some shit in the last year or so. So
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Don't understand. Don't worry about it. Alright.
someday I may go back onto cosplaying.
Well, give Amber lots of love and appreciation in the comments then.
And with that, we shall end this podcast.
Oh my god, there's a theme. There it goes. Oh my god, the theme's playing. Oh my god.
Ew, no! Miss me with that gay shit. Homo.